What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into the brand new Captain Marvel Dark Tempest issue number 1. A story coming from the writer Ann Nocenti, with this story being a continuation of the Kelly Thompson run. After everything Captain Marvel has been through, she needed a small break, a momentary pause from everything that is currently ongoing in her life. From parasitic aliens all the way to the X-Men. But just when she thinks that she can have a small moment of reprieve, trouble is never far behind Captain Marvel. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so our story starts us off in Harpswell Sound, Maine, the hometown of Captain Marvel. And she is currently finding herself down at the docks, sitting at a bar drinking with all of the locals. As everybody drinks, everybody takes shots, having a grand old time. We learn that there is someone out in the storm, a boat that was unable to make it back in time. And while some of the others prepared to head out and go save them, we see a little bit of a wager go down, because Captain Marvel fully has the ability to simply use her powers and go save this person. But the wager is that Captain Marvel will go out there and save this individual without using powers at all, going and saving this person the old-fashioned way. And so Captain Marvel, she wastes no time. She heads out, she jumps into a boat, and she goes to rescue, with Captain Marvel showing that she can be a hero in any capacity. That's what takes us to New York City. That's what picks us up with Robert Hunter. And some of you might be familiar with this name. Robert Hunter, also known as Nitro. And right now, Nitro is trying to get on the horn with somebody, any medical professional that might be able to help him out. You see, he has been struggling with headaches so bad that he is seeing double. But his current struggle is that he keeps on getting sent to robots and AI. He wants to talk to an actual human doctor. We are seeing that Hunter is really struggling with the idea of technology, with it all moving forward, with robots and AI becoming so prominent. In his fit of anger, in his fit of rage, he accidentally detonates himself. And while Robert Hunter is struggling with all of this, we're picking back up with Captain Marvel. After rescuing this ship, Captain Marvel comes back inside and she comes to get her payout for all the bets that were put on the table. This is when she is told that her phone has been blowing up and not ready to answer just yet. Because phones, they bring some bad news. It's usually something that is never good on the other end. She wants to take this moment, just enjoy the sunrise, enjoy the ocean, enjoy being back home. But with enough time elapsing, we're picking up with her answering her phone, sporting her Captain Marvel outfit. She's got Walt from Raw, Chewie bouncing off the walls, and Iron Man wondering where the leader of the Avengers currently is. And so with that, Captain Marvel takes to the sky. That's what picks us up with Robert Hunter. His apartment absolutely decimated from that explosion. The TV still operating, talking about Captain Marvel, about her making quick work of the supervillain known as Nuclear Man. And all Hunter can think is that he hates Captain Marvel, trying to find that flyer about the revolution, about taking down technology. But what we are really seeing is a man that is struggling with headaches. He vibrates to the point he feels like he's gonna shatter into 1,000 pieces. And he has been told that this is all in his head, that these are hallucinations. The person that he called, the one on the other end, they are letting him know that the doctors are lazy, that they pat him on the head and tell him that they are nuts, but it is all the technology, that it radiates them to their very bones. And in this moment, Hunter is completely shocked that someone even believes him. While Hunter confides in the other person on the other end, this person is saying that tech kills, really pushing in the narrative, convincing Hunter that Captain Marvel is also one of these bots, that the superheroes are all bots, and someday they'll all supernova and burn them to their husks. And so now Hunter is under the illusion that the supes are sucking it all out of them, hanging up the phone because he is too angry, because he is about to detonate again. the person on the other end letting him know that she will come pick him up. It's obvious that Hunter is being manipulated, that he is being used for a much bigger purpose. Now, as we pick back up with Captain Marvel, she is currently having a discussion with Iron Man, up flying above Earth. She is currently looking for something that Raw has been looking at, something out in space that they have been tracking. But Tony is really just reminding her that she is also the leader of the Avengers, and they are also facing against some weird thing in the negative zone, with her giving the order to pretty much send everybody. Take all the Avengers and go figure out what is going on while she deals with this situation. And that's what takes us over to deep space. In communication with Walt from Raw, she says that this thing is casting a shadow between the star's light and the orbs beyond, that it is blocking all heat and light from the local sun. Now, their first thought is a neutron star. High density, could collapse and supernova, or create a black hole. But the energy that Captain Marvel feels coming off of it feels almost like a deep freeze on the horizon. It's even making Captain Marvel so cold, thinking that this freezing sensation can't be real, that she is invulnerable, her body perfect, regulated environment. And now she worries how far this might spread. She worries that this could make its way to Earth, afraid of what it might do if it makes its way to Earth. And so she wants to seal it. Of course, Raw is unable to help with this situation. Most space anomalies are purely theoretical, which means they have no true solution on how to solve this problem. But as Captain Marvel gets closer, it appears that purple tentacles come out of this thing. They begin to attack her, and while she is being warned not to poke, not to prod, this thing wasn't giving her much option. Taking some nearby asteroids and using them as weapons, she did everything she could to hold this thing off, but she was able to seal it up. The energy around it seems to be clearing up, but Captain Marvel is still very uneasy about this situation. Unsure if this thing was sentient, unsure what the heck just happened. But at least for now, this thing lies silent and it lies dormant, completely harmless. And so while that is investigated further, we are taken back to Robert Hunter. He is now meeting up with this mystery individual. We learn this person to be Nada. This is Infinity's little sister. Her father, Despair. Her mother, Chaos. And as the two of them begin talking about being in the villain business, Nitro goes on to explain what he does and how he got his powers. And Nada sees this as an opportunity. With his explosion powers and her teleportation goop, they could blow this planet of techno-aliens back to the Stone Age. The truth is, Robert Hunter doesn't care much about alien tech. He hates Earth tech specifically. But for them to test this out, they're gonna have to test it somewhere. What better spot than in space? He only has one condition. Robert Hunter hates Captain Marvel. He wants her taken off the board. Now, Nada at first says that that is one of Earth's mightiest heroes, that we could start off smaller, that this is going beyond what she had planned. She really just wanted to make a statement. But Hunter sees Captain Marvel as everything wrong with the natural order of everything. And now that he is convinced that Captain Marvel is also a robot, something even she forgot that she had mentioned to him. Because really, she was just trying to get him here, trying to manipulate him, trying to get him to be on her side, telling Hunter that he needs to be enhanced so he could survive in space, prepping him and getting him a new look. They prepare to go for Captain Marvel. Now that's where we pick up with Captain Marvel headed to the teen center. She had been scheduled to have a little talk with the kids. Now when Captain Marvel shows up, she sees a robot that seems very angry. She knocks this robot for a loop, not knowing that this robot belongs to one of the individuals that is here to give a demonstration. Obviously, this causes some issues, while the creator of the robot also has some problems with this. Specifically, what we are seeing is that some of these kids are definitely social justice warriors, trying to be hip and edgy. For example, Captain Marvel saying that she had to move so she could protect the girl, and the girl she thought she was protecting, she finds this offensive somehow. And then even going on to say, why are you saving the world when we are doomed anyway? That next time, let the monsters take us out. asking what she's doing here, why she is even involved in something of this nature. But with things getting calmed down, we see the next person come on stage. She comes on to talk about journalism, about how she would like to really make some change by reporting the truth. And in the typical fashion, these young individuals going off about how it's all just fake, that it's all deep fake media, that it's all lies, that it's all this, it's all that, really just hitting on all the huge talking points when you're an edgy college student. When you think that you have figured out the world, you think that you know everything about everything. And so by the time that Captain Marvel gets on board, we fully understand the crowd that she is talking to. Or at least the 3 individuals that are sitting in the front row. Like, these kids are so freaking edgy that they're saying ambition is a disease. And this is when Captain Marvel really calls them all out. They had mocked Blake because he built something. They had mocked the other girl because she was interested in the power of words. But while they're having this discussion, this is when things go sideways. We see something opening up right in the middle of the stage, with Spider-Woman coming in trying to help Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel tells her to get back, that this thing is connected, but we don't know to what, because before she can fully get those words out, it all disappears. And those edgy students, they go along with her. They got sucked into this vortex. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So this wasn't a bad start. It's definitely no Kelly Thompson, but I'm willing to see where the story goes. The fact that they focus so much on these edgy college students has me a little bit concerned that they're gonna play some huge role moving forward. That the entire time Captain Marvel is trying to save their lives, they're gonna be saying pretentious and off-the-wall things the entire time. But I do like the fact that it wasn't used in a manner of telling Captain Marvel that she's wrong, or having Captain Marvel recognize that she's the problem. This really came off more like Captain Marvel was the one trying to correct them. Now, while these kids, they want to stand for something, and that's a noble pursuit. As the saying goes, if you stand for nothing, then you will fall for anything. But obviously, these kids are misguided, especially living in a world like 616. They don't fully understand the world around them. They don't understand how it truly operates. They don't understand the uniqueness of life. They do not appreciate what life itself means. They really just regurgitate everything that they hear that may be popular or trendy to talk about. Whether it be billionaires or anti-authoritarianism or whatever the case may be. But I'm really hoping that this issue isn't going to focus hugely on these kids' ideologies. I'm sure there's definitely going to be some Captain Marvel teachable moments where she can really bestow some knowledge down on these kids. But I'm more interested in Nada and Nitro, what they are up to, and what the overall plan here is. But yeah, this issue didn't come at me like it's some grand opening for some spectacular story that we're about to be introduced to. But it does show promise. So we're gonna give it the opportunity, we're gonna give it the chance, we're gonna see where it goes, we're gonna see how this comic plays out. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories, if you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with Captain Marvel. Be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything that happened with Kelly Thompson's run. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.